So I found this granny square on YouTube because I was looking up patterns that seemed kind of fairycore. That seems to be my vibe right now, looking up fairycore things, trying to crochet them. And I actually ended up putting this square in a cute little bralette. But when I was originally looking up the pattern on YouTube, I had so much trouble figuring out how to make this square because every single tutorial that I found was just text. And I don't know about you, but I go on YouTube for people to show me and talk me through a crochet pattern rather than, kind of reading and trying to see what they're doing. So I thought I'd save someone else the trouble in looking up like 6 different patterns that all had words to guide you and give you a voiceover for this tutorial because I think it's a really cute square. I also think it's really easy, but only if someone's walking you through it. So that's what I'm gonna do. Let's get started. So this granny square starts like any other granny square in which you make a magic ring. And how I do it is I actually take my 2 pointer fingers and then I wrap the yarn around it once and twice with my tail facing to the right. And then I rotate my hand just a little bit. I slide my hook underneath and I pull this yarn through. Just grab it and slip your fingers out of there and then chain 1. And that is your magic ring complete. So now you're going to chain 2 more. 1, 2, and into the magic ring we're going to do 11 double crochet. So yarn over, into the ring, yarn over, come up, yarn over, go through 2, and then go through 2. All right, yarn over, into the magic ring, yarn over, come up, and then go through 2, and then through 2. Yarn over, into the magic ring, yarn over, come up, and then go through 2, and then 2. Yarn over, into the magic ring, yarn over, come up, go through 2, and go through 2. All right, now let's count just to see where we're at. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet, and we need 11, so let's make 7 more. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now this pattern is very dependent on the right stitch count. So I'm going to go through and make sure that I have 11 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I have my chain 3 here. So I'm going to go into the top of this chain 3 and I'm going to slip stitch. All right, and then the magic part about the magic ring is we're going to pull this tail yarn and close the circle. Now chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to start our puff stitch. So in this first double crochet right here, we're going to yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, come up once, yarn over, and go into the same stitch, yarn over, come up twice, yarn over, into the same stitch, yarn over, come up a third time, yarn over, into the stitch, yarn over, come up a fourth time and yarn over into the same stitch, yarn over and come up a fifth time. Now we're going to yarn over one final time and pull through all of our loops. All right, chain 3 again, 1, 2, 3, and repeat the puff stitch. So yarn over into the next double crochet, come up, yarn over, do it again in the same stitch, yarn over into the stitch, yarn over and come up, third time, yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, come up a fourth time and yarn over into the stitch, yarn over, come up a fifth time. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all of our loops, and then actually we're going to chain 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're chaining 5 here because you're actually creating the foundation for your square. So this chain 3 here is going to be a side of your square. This chain 3 here is going to be another side of your square. And then the chain 5s are going to be your corners. So let's do another puff stitch. 1. We're going 2 into the next double crochet. 3, 4, and then yarn over and a fifth time into that next double crochet. We're going to yarn over and pull through all of your loops, even the one on the end, and then we're going to go back to chaining 3, 2, 3. So basically your pattern repeat is 3 chains, 3 chains, 5 chains, side, side, corner, side. So it's next another side. So we're going to do the puff stitch first into the next double crochet once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 5 times. Yarn over, pull through all of the stitches, and then we're going to do another chain 3. So now you can see the pattern repeating. 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, and then after we do the next puff stitch, it's going to be a chain of 5. So let me finish up this puff stitch here, and let me chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So the next one is going to be 3. After you do the puff stitch, don't forget the puff stitch. 5, yarn over and through all the loops. Of course, my hook doesn't want to go through all of the loops, right? And then we're going to chain, let me go back and count so I don't mess it up. 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then puff stitch. And then we're going to chain 3 more, puff stitch, yarn over, come through all of the loops. And then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and puff stitch. And 5. And then chain 3. And 5, finishing that puff stitch. And then chain 3. And then this is actually going to be your last puff stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go through that puff stitch, and then we're still going to chain 5 here. This is your final corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And where you started your first chain 3, you're actually going to slip stitch into that space. So now let me just show you where we're at. This is a corner. That's a chain 5, and then side, side, those are chain 3s, and then a corner, a chain 5. Side, side, corner, that's another chain 5. Side, side, and corner. That's your final chain 5. So we're going to chain up 3 again for the next row. And then to the right of this puff stitch that's actually on the left of your chain 3, we're going to do 3 double crochets in the space. And then to the left of this puff stitch, we're going to do 3 more double crochets. So your puff stitch is actually dividing these 2 clusters. And so you had a chain 3 here and a chain 3 here. And now you have these side clusters of double crochet that are beginning to form your granny square. So this one is a corner, which means we're going to do 1 cluster of double crochet. So 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. But then we're actually going to chain 3. So chain 1, 2, 3, and then do 3 more in the same space, that same corner space. And now we're back to a side. So this is a chain 3, and we're going to crochet 3 double crochets into that space. Alrighty. And then right next to it is another chain 3. So we're gonna do 3 double crochet into that space. And now we're back to a corner. So in this corner, we're going to do 2 clusters, which means 1, 2, 3 double crochet, and then that chain 3 again, and then 3 more double crochet. And now we're back to the side pieces, the chain 3s. So we're going to do 3 double crochet here. 1, 2, 3 double crochet in that space, and then in the space next to it, 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and now we're back to a corner, so we're going to do 3 double crochet, we're going to chain 3, and then do 3 double crochet in the same space, and then next to it is a side, so we're going to do 3 double crochet and then chain 3 space, and then we're going to do another 3 double crochet next to it in the other chain 3 space, and then this is your last corner, so we're going to do the 2 clusters of double crochet, so 1, 2, 3, and then chain 3, and then 1, 2, and 3, double crochet. That's your second cluster. That's going to square it out, and then at the top of your beginning chain 3, you're going to slip stitch, and there you have it. You can just chain 1 and cut the tail off. Scissors here, and then pull it through, and that is your puff stitch flower granny square.